Hello everyone, welcome to US Reviews Trucking. Today we're going to review Swift Transportation in Phoenix, Arizona. Swift has its headquarters on 2200 S 75th Avenue in Phoenix, Arizona. They have a fleet of 13,880 power units and 13,500 drivers. According to FMCSA, they had in the last 2 years 12,951 vehicle inspections, with 2,521 of those inspections put out of service, making 19.5% of the times out of service. The national average is 22.26%. They also had 22,209 driver inspections, with 281 of them put out of service, making 1.3%. The national average is 6.67%.
Unfortunately, in the last 2 years they had 891 accidents with 583 trucks towed. Due to those accidents, there were 272 people injured and 36 fatalities. And now let's hear what the reviewers are talking about Swift.
When I came here, I didn't have to wait long to speak to a recruiter. They told me about their program and requirements for working with Swift. The staff was very friendly, and they also showed me around. I was able to sit in one of their trucks. We took a tour of the place. It's very clean. Also, the staff was very knowledgeable and friendly. If you are looking into getting into trucking, I highly recommend you visit this place.
Mr. Prevost said, "Unfortunately, my experience was unpleasant. All the things I read online was disregarded, and I wanted to give this company a fair chance. I was shown very quickly that there was no loyalty nor communication on their end. I've had my CDL for 1 month and Swift was my second option. I met Mario Padilla, recruiter for Swift, at a job fair. I explained how excited I was to begin driving, and he then helped me begin my onboarding. I went through a series of interviews and stages to complete what needed to be done to proceed to orientation, put in my 2 weeks. Notice for my current job. The weekend before orientation date, I received an email stating I would have to be pushed to their Wednesday class because the leader needed more information for a ticket showing on my MVR record. I waited for a call and didn't hear from Mario, so I began calling all morning and still no answer or reply from email. I called from a friend's phone and Mario answered right away. It was clear Mario was ignoring my calls at this point. I was patient and still asked what needed to be done to proceed to work the Wednesday schedule. He sent me to the DMV to get more details on the ticket, which I waited 3 hours in line for a confirmation he wanted and still wasn't enough. He told me he'd been having this issue with other people for a while. To me, it meant if I didn't call him from another line, he would have gave up trying to help after leaving the DMV, he said. He needed a receipt showing the ticket was paid and I would be cleared to work. I got him the receipts via email same day, waiting for a response, and he never replied. I called him the next day. Surprised, he answered and was going in circles again about needing more information, and I had to ask him, will Swift be allowing me to work for them, yes or no, and he said no. He got an email that morning explaining I couldn't work for them, and I hadn't received anything in my email stating this. I had to call him at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to hear this from him through a call. Your experience may be different, but be careful because I am out of a job because of incompetence and lack of communication."
S.J. Peacock said, "How can I honor the Swift Academy in such a way to show what a profound impact the Swift instructors have had on my life? Deb, Jim, Earl, Jose, and most certainly Robert, you have not only been a major part in changing my life for the better, but you've also touched and impacted my heart. Swift is beyond blessed to have y'all, and I am eternally grateful to have met you. I thank you for being exactly who you are, truly."
Zakai Prime said, "Please avoid. Swift Transportations has extremely shady practices and leave much to be desired. My experience with them was riddled with poor management, unfair treatment, and a complete lack of accountability. I was recently terminated under questionable circumstances. Despite their claims, they refused to provide evidence or transparency, citing vague excuses like, safety saw a flash of light to accuse me of cell phone use, even though their cameras are outward-facing only. What's worse is the apparent retaliation after I raised concerns about safety on their Dollar Tree account and considered filing for workers' compensation due to a workplace injury. Their account managers gaslit me into not filling out my claim in a 100% truthful way, and instead of addressing these issues, they seemed more interested in silencing me. We worked in those 110+ degree trailers for up to 16 hours a day, and had drivers constantly getting hurt left and right. Drivers deserve better, fair pay, transparency, and management that supports rather than undermines them. If you're considering working here, proceed with caution. Their shady practices and lack of respect for their drivers make this company a serious disappointment.
Miro said, "Today I earned my CDL certificate and became a CDL holder. As a student of Swift Driving Academy, Edwardsville, Kansas, from the first day to this very last day, as a student of the Swift Academy, everything has been just as I was told it will be, and some more. I have nothing but compliments about the whole experience. High professionalism and friendly atmosphere. 5 stars experience. Miro."
Andra Lee said, "In the last couple of months, I've sat around waiting more than I have been driving. I get there may be times that it happens, but back to back, and not just one day, it's been 2 or more each time. No thank you. This last stint is the longest. Emptied in Texas April 1st about 1946 and went to the Houston terminal, which is a little mobile home and not a terminal as they have nothing there. The bathrooms were hour of order, April 2, to turn in the damaged trailer and find a new one. Waited 2 days for a load that was taken off of me on April 5 after driving just over 200 miles to get closer to the pickup because it was on hold and should not have been dispatched, and I've been waiting ever since. Now, I put in a home time request weeks ago to be home by today, April 8th, and Swift definitely dropped the ball and has not done their job to make sure that happened. The load they just tried to give me doesn't pick up until tomorrow, April 9th, and deliver WED April 10th, which is 3 days off my home time request. It's like pulling teeth to get communication and clarification, especially on the weekends. It's like no one exists on the weekends. There needs to be some type of backup plan for us drivers when things like this happen. It may be a long way from Texas to Arizona, but if Swift isn't able to do its job in getting a driver home loaded, there needs to be an option for driving either empty or bobtail with proper compensation and fueling. This is absolutely unacceptable. I also cannot edit my own home time request, and my current dispatcher hasn't responded to me. I sent in a message on the Point app and no has responded for 20 minutes. Y'all need to get it together. This is just one experience of many where Swift has been way less than exceptional.
Thank you for watching. Please feel free to express your thoughts and your experiences in the comments.
If you liked this content, please put a thumbs up and share it. Also subscribe the channel for more content like this. Remember, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will be reviewing other companies. Wish you a great day.